Hey guys, let me teach you the powerful secrets you need to be mentally unbreakable. The driving force you need to boost your inner strength and become stronger. Do you know that majority of people that committed suicide are not actually insane? It's simply because they can't identify and adopt the appropriate coping strategies to fix their mental health issues. Right in this video, I will teach you the powerful secrets you need to get rid of unnecessary fear, unnecessary anxiety, depression, and even apprehensive induced situations. And all you need to do is just to pay attention, follow my video, watch my video to the end, and let me unleash to you the secret you need to be mentally stable, what you need to improve your mental health and become a winner. Now, if you are watching my video for the first time, please kindly press the subscription button, like, share, and comment on my video. And if you are a returning subscriber, God bless you. I'm still there, your brother and your friend, Stephen Oluwatumininu. And just like my name implies, I'm here to put smile on your faces. I'm here to make you happy, to make you come out bold, come out stronger, and come out as a winner. Now, let's talk about how to improve your mental health. Considering the circumstances and situations around us nowadays, especially this new age, we are almost prone to all situations that attempt to make us, lose our mental health, that attempt to, give us a kind of brain riot or to even set our mental health ablaze. But we won't give chance to that. And that is why we need the following coping strategies to fix our mental health issues. Number one thing we need to learn is cognitive strategies. In cognitive strategies, when you are being faced or when you find yourself in a state of anxiety, and apprehension, depression, what you need to do, instead of being lost in thought, just challenge that negative thought. Replace that negative thought with a positive perspectives. Do you know the essence of doing this? You are directly stimulating the brain reward system, leading to the release of serotonin and dopamine, which is meant to stabilize your mood and put you in a positive emotional state. And before you know, you get out of that unnecessary state of anxiety or fear. The second thing you need to know is diversional therapy. If you find yourself in a state of emotional discomfort, emotional instability, and also a state of anxiety or depression, what you need to do is to engage in some hobbies like listening to music, dancing, gardening if you have a garden, or performing some little works at home. This will now shift your attention totally away from that state of anxiety, that state of depression, instead of picking suicide as an option, or instead of allowing yourself to get depressed. Now, in applying diversional therapy, do you know what you are doing? You are activating the brain parasympathetic nervous stimulation and also prefrontal cortex of the brain. When your parasympathetic nervous system is being stimulated, there will be decrease in your heart rate, decrease in your blood pressure, and as well cortisol level. Moreover, now when the prefrontal cortex of the brain is stimulated, the prefrontal cortex of the brain, it plays a crucial role in stabilizing your mood, in your decision making, and as well problem solving. So all these are very, very important when you find yourself in a state of emotional discomfort. Instead of being lost in thought or choosing suicide as an option, it doesn't worth it. Please learn to apply the following coping strategies. The third one we shall be talking about is social and emotional support. I know you just have to trust nobody, but you still have to trust someone. When you are in a state of anxiety or depression, look for someone you trust, someone very close to you. Share your feelings with them, and in so doing, you will realize that the burden or the workload of the emotional discomfort on you will become so light. Another thing you need to connect with people that you think they are, experiencing similar situations with you. Share your feelings with them. They will share theirs with you. Then from there you learn their own coping mechanism and how they can easily get out of this irrational state or state of apprehension that you people find yourself. The fourth one we shall be talking about, which is very, very important, is seeking a professional help. You know, there are some circumstances that are just beyond your control and there's nothing you could do. But instead of getting lost in thought, try to seek a professional help like a psychologist, a mental health specialist. Share your feelings with them and they will teach you exactly what you need to know. Even there are some therapies, for example, like cognitive behavior therapy. You know what this thing does? It modulates some brain regions like the prefrontal cortex of the brain, the anterior cingulate cortex, as well as reducing the sympathetic nervous stimulation. And when the prefrontal cortex of the brain is being stimulated, just like I said, it plays a principal role in, modulating your mood, stabilizing your mood, in your decision making, and as well problem solving technique. Another thing is when the parasympathetic nervous is being stimulated, what it does is that it reduces your blood pressure, reduce your heart rate and your cortisol level. And also there's decrease in the sympathetic nervous stimulation. When the sympathetic nervous is being stimulated, honestly there will be decrease in your heart rate, there will be decrease in your blood pressure and as well your cortisol level. Now the anterior cingulate cortex, you know what it does? It is simply meant for conflict resolution, and all these things are very, very important when you seek a professional help attention. They will give you different therapies that you need to get out of this state of apprehension or unnecessary fear. The fifth point we need to know, or the coping strategy in dealing with our mental health issue, is grounding technique. This grounding technique is being labeled technique 5-4-3-2-1. What is simply telling us is said in a state of anxiety, in a state of depression, or emotional instability. What you need to do, try to identify 5 objects that you can see. The next 4 is telling us look for 4 things that you can touch. 3 is telling us look for 3 things that you can actually see. Then 2 is telling us look for 2 things you can actually smell, and lastly 1 thing that you can taste. And before you know, your attention will totally be shifted away from that state of anger, state of anxiety and depression. And before you know, you give chance to some of the regions of the brain to play their active role, in diverting your attention, stimulating some necessary hormones that will relax your nerves, that will calm you down and make you bold and stronger. Another point we need to do is we should learn to get rid of avoidance behavior. Instead of trying to dodge or running away from some fear, anxiety, or any condition that induced all this fear and anxiety, gradually challenge that fear, look fear in the face, and before you know, you come out bold and calm. We need this instead of allowing ourselves to lead for conditions to set us into depression. You should never allow for depression, and you should never choose suicide as an option. It is very, very wrong. Another thing we need to do is to build resilience. Like I usually say, you cannot forever or always be a failure. I'm sure you have some history of success, even if they might be minor. Look through all this, your history of success, acknowledge them, celebrate them, and before you know, you will come out of this unstable emotional state. Because let me tell you, it's only when you quit that you are a failure. Never quit, and don't give chance for depression. Learn to look fear in the face. Gradually challenge that fear and you will come out bold and calm. Another thing you need to do is to visualize success. In a state of anxiety, anger, or anything that poses you to be emotionally unstable, what you just need to do is to have a positive outlook. Have a kind of a positive outcome of that situation. Think of it that either sooner or later you will come out brighter and shiner in that situations, and in so doing you will be relieved, your nerves will calm down, and you will be emotionally stable. Another thing we need to do after visualizing success is we need to get rid of stress triggers. That is, you avoid any conditions that prone you or that triggers your anxiety, or that increase your apprehension or anything that puts you in a state of fear need to be avoided. Please, it is very, very important for us to get rid of anything that will trigger stress, leading to release of adrenaline, that will trigger our blood pressure, heart rate, and even make us emotionally unstable. Lastly, what we need to do, we need adequate sleep. Ideal sleep of 7 to 9 hours is very, very important for our health, even for our cognitive functions. For us to function properly, to be able to come out of this state of apprehension, state of anger, state of anxiety, we need adequate sleep, ideal sleep of 7 to 9 hours a day. Please, we need it. And even if you need naps in some afternoon, you can have naps. It is very, very important. It will calm your nerves, calm your mental function down, and make you calm, make you become stronger and bolder. Please, never choose suicide as an option. Winners don't quit and quitters never win. You should never retire until you attain your desire. Learn to adopt appropriate coping strategies in dealing with your mental health issues instead of allowing yourself to run into depression. Choosing suicide as an option, it is very, very bad. Like I said, quitters don't win and winners never quit. Never agree and don't give chance to depression. Now, if you've benefited from this my video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you can have access to more of my informative and educative video. And honestly, if you are a returning subscriber, I pray God bless you. Thanks for watching my video, and I will continue to give you what you need to know, what you need to be mentally stable, mentally healthier, what you need for longevity. You need to grow old, you need to grow strong, you need to be physically and therapeutically active. God bless you.